And welcome back to LycanStudios. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Today I'm bringing you episode 3 of the plot leak breakdown. Yeah, plot leak, right? No, this is the episode where I think things get a little bit crazy. But anyways, yeah, we're going to destroy this plot leak. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Before we get into it real quick, I do want to say today's shout out of the video goes to Amelia C. She's another one that's been here since the very beginning. She's pretty much always first commenting on my videos and stuff, except for lately because she's been working an awful lot. So everybody, we usually say you're awesome, but say good luck to Amelia just because she still has a couple more days in a row before she has a day off. So everybody say good luck to her. And yeah, thank you so much. And last but not least, I don't know if you guys really pay attention to the bar down on the bottom, but from now on, we will be doing a question of the video. So I'll be reminding you guys in every single video to make sure you leave your answer to the question in the comments below. So yeah, definitely make sure to check that out. And if you have a question for me, definitely leave it in the description below as well, because we will be doing a Q&A very soon. I'm thinking Thursday. But anyways, let's jump into the video. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do enjoy these. And yeah, episode 3. All right, so it starts off the episode at Carhold. They'll show the castle and land completely destroyed. Everything is in ruins with smoke rising from piles of rubble. Basically the aftermath of a battle, except the only difference is that there are no bodies anywhere. Yes, if it's going to go down this way, you know the Night King is going to rise every human he possibly can to fight in his army. I also think on their way south towards Winterfell, they will be attacking, you know, strongholds and castles and stuff like that, just because, like I said, he's going to be adding to his army. Just seems like the right thing to do. Build a bigger army. So then we switch over to Winterfell. It shows the preparations being made. We have seen pictures of Winterfell, you know, coming up with its defenses and stuff like that, getting everything ready. So definitely, they're going to be preparing. The only problem is I just want to go ahead and say this. I think all this is going to be going down in episode 2. I'm still convinced that episode 3 with, you know, Sapochnik being the director and everything that's going down, we're going to have to move a little bit faster than this. I don't think they're going to wait this long to have a battle. So this whole plot leak already disagrees with my stance on it. I think we're going to have the big battle in episode 3. I think it's already going to be going down. It's going to start at the end of season, or at the end of episode 2, and then pretty much all of episode 3 is going to be a battle. But that's just how I feel. But anyways, yeah, so they're just preparing and stuff. If it's going this way, this sounds pretty good so far, I do guess. And yeah, then they're digging a trench. I'm not too sure about a trench, but it is a pretty good idea. It says that they're using pitch to fill the trenches, and then when the battle begins, they plan to light it on fire, enclosing Winterfell in a ring of fire. I think that sounds pretty cool, but I don't really know if they're going to do all that. Obviously, archers on standby at the top of Winterfell's walls, you know, armed with dragonglass tips. I think that's great. Then down in the yard, we have stacks and stacks of spears being piled up with their tips made from dragonglass as well. Now, we do know, you know, the whole reason Jon went to Dragonstone was to bring back dragonglass. Made a pact with Dany, that's why he bent the knee. Now he's got these weapons. Definitely, we will be seeing lots of dragonglass. But here is where it gets interesting. It says Grey Worm and Gendry are shown, and they have hammers and spears with different colored dragonglass. Will they actually be introducing that in Season 8? I'm not too sure. We do know that there are different types of dragonglass, so it is plausible, but we don't really know what the different colors do yet. And I'm not too sure that this plot leak really talks about that, and we're gonna need an explanation. I know Bridge 4 actually has a video talking about, I'm pretty sure it's the red glass that has healing properties and stuff. So if you guys want to check that video out, definitely check it out. He's awesome. He breaks it down really well. But yeah, at this point, I could see it happening, but I could also see him leaving it out. So yeah, we're definitely going to need an explanation if they do, however. And then we have Jon, Sansa, Arya, and Ghost walking around the courtyard, overlooking all the work and preparations being made. That sounds pretty good, especially since Ghost is with them. I love that part. Arya tells him about a run-in with Nymeria and her pack. So yeah, I do actually think that Nymeria and her pack will be back. I don't think they show it in Season 7 just to not bring it back in Season 8 when they have more money and a big battle is going down. I think Nymeria knows what's going down and she's going to help. Basically, we just have some cheeky dialogue. Arya talks about how she knows Nymeria was meant to roam in the wild, kind of like Arya herself, kind of like a metaphor. I did come out with a direwolf video. You guys should definitely check it out if you missed it. Kind of talks about all these theories and symbolism and stuff, but yeah, all that sounds pretty good. And then Jon looks at Ghost and appears sad that Ghost is the only direwolf left in Winterfell. Hey, if it's a scene with Jon looking at Ghost, I'm cool with it. We'll take it. Then we got some more corny dialogue. We'll just skip over that because dialogue is neither here nor there. It just further proves that this is a fan fiction plot leak. This is not a real one. I don't even know why people are like, yeah, this is real when they see this dialogue. How could this be real? So now we have a couple guards yelling down at them. They tell Jon that a rider is approaching. It's Beric Dondarrion. He has arrived at Winterfell. Now, I do believe Beric will make his way to Winterfell. I think it just will be a little bit sooner. It would be pretty cool if him, Tormund, and Ed make their way to Winterfell. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I'm not too sure if the Night King's army is really going to march west to Castle Black, so it would be pretty cool if, since now obviously the Night Watch is meant to defend, you know, Westeros from what's north of the wall, since everything bad north of the wall is already south of the wall, it'd be cool if the Night's Watch kind of ended up joining in as well. Because, I mean, like I said, if everything bad north of the wall is already broken through the wall, what's really the point of the Night's Watch staying at Castle Black? Doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, Dondarrion looks like he's about to collapse, so basically he's just been riding hard and fast. Haha, make a joke about it if you want. But he manages to tell the men to open the gates and let him inside. You really think they're just going to let him inside? I don't really know about it. When Arya recognizes him, she pulls out a dagger. She tells him that he has come to the wrong place. Yeah, you really think, I don't really know. I don't really know if that's Arya's game. Is she just going to confront somebody with a dagger? Maybe since he's tired, but that just doesn't seem like Arya. Arya's sneaky. Arya is a faceless man. She doesn't just run up to somebody with a dagger. I don't see it. Jon, of course, is confused, and Arya explains that this is the man that sold Gendry to the Red Witch, and that she swore she would kill him if she ever seen him again. Beric talks about how he needs to play his part, he needs to kiss somebody and bring somebody back to life. Now, he doesn't really say that, but I'm pretty sure that's why he's back. So he tells the group that the Night King, the army of the dead, will arrive at Winterfell tonight. I honestly think that Bran should already know that. So then we switch over to King's Landing. It looks like Euron and the Golden Company finally arrive after leaving how many episodes ago now? Like what, 4 episodes ago, I guess? So it seems a little bit iffy that they're just now getting back, but hey, what do I know? We have Cersei, Qyburn in the mountain outside waiting for them. Euron greets Cersei by kissing her hand, saying, "I have completed every task that you've set upon me. Let's have sex." He doesn't really say that, but he's about to. Cersei agrees that he should be rewarded, and Cersei begins to discuss leadership with the commander of the Golden Company. Since Jaime has left the city, she is looking for a new commander of her army. She tells why he is left, to serve the bastard and his dragon bitch. Oh man, she's calling names, showing her jealous side and her bitterness. She notices that the Golden Company commander tenses at the mention of dragons. Cersei asks if he's afraid, basically some more cheeky dialogue, and the commander has apparently always wanted to see one. He doesn't believe they're real. Little does he know, he's going to help her kill them. All of them, along with the bastard and the other traitors. So with Euron still being freaked out about the mountain, I mean, who wouldn't be? The dude's 6'9", strongest man in the world. I'd be freaked out too. Cersei obliges to talk with him in the Red Keep privately. So they go off for a private conversation. Meanwhile, Theon and a small group of Ironborn men land on Dragonstone. It's abandoned, and he decides to feed his men and hopefully find weapons. I'm not too sure why he's trying to look for weapons on Dragonstone. That just seems a little bit weird. If he's going to go off, you think he would already have some weapons. That means that on his previous stop, I'm pretty sure, which was at the Iron Islands, he didn't have any weapons. So, yeah. Plot leaks, man. So they basically plan a Navy SEAL stealth mission, and then we switch back over to Bran, Sam, and Tyrion. Now this is a pretty cool triplet power couple. Power triplet. Power triplet. I like it. But anyways, Bran, Sam, and Tyrion is pretty awesome. Then we also have the Maester, and they're entering the Godswood. Tyrion's going to be studying the books. I think that does make perfect sense. He will be wanting to see the books that Sam stole from the Citadel, so I do like it. And then, of course, the title of this episode, Azor Ahai. He's discussed from Nan and Melisandre. And then we start the questions that need answered. Sam brings up Azor Ahai, and he says, "Bran, go find out." So I'm just going to read these visions. He sees a silhouette standing on a battlefield, holding a red sword, and is standing face-to-face with the Night King. Then sees the same battlefield, but this time no one is there. All the snow is gone, and he sees a man face down in the water, with red rubies all around him. Rhaegar. Then he sees a crowd of people cheering for a mounted knight. The knight leans down and hands something to a woman, causing the crowd to go eerily silent. Rhaegar. Then Bran is at the wall. A pool of blood is in the snow. When he looks into the blood, he can see Blue's rose petals scattered through it. Rhaegar. Then he's back at the Tower of Joy, but this time Lyanna is sitting up on the bed, talking to a man with hair so blonde that it looks silver. Rhaegar. Bran can hear the man say he will be the Song of Ice and Fire. Bran can see a woman dressed in red with hair as red as the bleeding star. It looks like she is talking to someone, but he can't quite make out who. Sounds like Jon's voice, but all he sees is a silhouette holding a sword with steam rising from it. Not fire, but steam. Interesting. He returns back to the battlefield, covered in snow, and once again looking at the man standing face to face with the Night King. The man swings his sword at the Night King as the Night King moves towards him. Before he can see the outcome, he snaps out of his vision. Intense. Now, I can't really speculate on Bran's visions because it is going to get pretty hectic. I just don't really know if we're going to see Rhaegar as much. I'm hoping that was as funny out loud as it was in my head. I apologize if not. I'm really sleepy, guys. I apologize. I need to be in bed right now, but I'm making this video for you guys because I love you that much. So make sure you smash the thumbs up button if you love me too. And just like that, he knows how to defeat the Night King. Game over. Everything makes sense now. So he decides he wants to talk with Jon alone, so they go down to the crypts of Winterfell. But as he does, riders are announced arriving at the gates. Kingslayer. I actually like this, but I do think Jaime will arrive in episode 2 as well. Episode 2 is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, for all sakes and purposes of this plot leak, he's coming in episode 3 for some reason. So Jaime and Bronn have arrived, along with men from the twins. What men from the twins? What phrase? They're all dead. Maybe the Tullys? Let's substitute the phrase for the Tullys. That makes more sense for me. He's got a few hundred men that were still scattered around the twins. I don't know about it. So then we just have a bunch of cheeky dialogue. It's not really that bad. I'm sure you guys can kind of guess how a reunion with all of these characters plus Jaime will go. A lot of people aren't going to like it. Brienne, Tyrion, they're going to try to, make it right. Obviously, Jon knows he needs his help, especially if he comes with men. And then Bronn is just freaking awesome. You can't deny Bronn. He does tell all of them that Cersei lied and Euron lied. He went to pick up the Golden Company, which is going to be pretty interesting. But can they really think about that right now? They got other shit to deal with. The Night King. This would definitely create some tension between, Dany and Tyrion, though. So I do see that venomous look. And then poor Tyrion, he's getting blamed for other people's crap, which begins the downfall of Tyrion. I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Then we switch back over to King's Landing. We have Euron and Cersei going to continue that conversation in private, but apparently the mountain goes too. Probably not what Euron had in mind. Oh, he tells him to go away. So then he talks about marrying her and all that good stuff. Jaime's not coming back. She softens up some. They talk about the pregnancy. He doesn't care. He just wants to marry the most beautiful woman in the world, which we know is not Cersei. Prophecies. Maggie the Frog. He's a king, he wants a queen, and basically they go to do it. Then we switch back to Winterfell. Everyone's gathered in the main hall. Of course, the North is going to be outraged at the Kingslayer. They have a little bit of bad blood. He does drop the knowledge that he is in fact a ghost. Just like my direwolf theory says. Go check it out. But yeah, pretty much we just have Jon talking to everybody, trying to calm everybody down, trying to keep everybody in check. That way they can fight the Night King together. They don't need division right now. But here's where something goes crazy. Varys is not in the room. No one has seen him since he walked away from the main gate. But then we do have something awesome after they realize Varys is gone, Jaime and Bran. It would be more interesting if Bran, wasn't the three-eyed raven and was still Bran. But since Summer died and Bran's dead, you can check my direwolf theory. Yeah, it's not going to be as interesting. I don't feel like it's a good idea for Arya to be telling everybody that she's a faceless man right here either. She needs to keep that in her back pocket. So I don't really like that either. Jaime doesn't really seem the type to cry around with his confessions either. I guess it could happen, but I just don't see it going down this way at all, especially in front of everybody. Maybe to Bran himself, but not the whole group of people. I just don't see that happening. What do you guys think? That's kind of a 50-50, I guess, but I feel like definitely not. Then apparently the horn goes off. So basically you're telling me that everybody was just surprised by the army of the dead. They're not going to be surprised. They're not going to be caught off guard. This is what they're waiting for. I don't see it happening. And it's going to be last episode. But then they talk about the underground passages, which is kind of interesting. I know that they talked about it. Was it season 2? Yeah, I think the Maester tells Theon about it, but does Jon and everybody else know about it? That's a question. That's a question that needs answered. What do you guys think? But they definitely could come around again. So then we have a snow causing a complete whiteout. Visibility is limited to a few feet in front of them. I don't think they're going to make it super hard to see. I think they want everybody's attention, I don't really think they're going to make it hard to see. And then of course we would have Dany refusing. That sounds about right. So she decides to mount Drogon and takes to the sky. I am very curious to see how the visibility is going to be. I feel like we're going to be able to see everything just fine. But something else that strikes me about this, I don't think they're going to catch them off guard. I think there's actually going to be a party that rides out to meet some of the White Walkers. I just kind of got a feeling about it because we do have that leak scene where we have like a couple characters with flaming swords. If it was to throw us off, I guess, but I don't know. That's a lot of money in production time. I got a feeling Beric and a couple other people are going to be riding out to meet them. Kind of like a scouting party. So then we have a glow of blue eyes off in the distance. That is pretty cool, but I just don't think they're going to be focused on that too much. I think they're going to get straight into the White Walkers and the Whites and stuff. I don't think they're going to make the visibility bad and just us seeing eyes. The elements do seem okay other than the visibility. What do you guys think? But yes, now the Great War is here. So Jon, the Hound, Jaime, Tormund, Grey Worm, Jorah, Arya, Gendry, and several others exit the main gate to head into the storm. How good can Arya really be in combat? Like straight up combat. I still just feel like she's stealthy. I don't really know how fair she's going to do. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Then we got a Dance of Dragons going overhead, which is really cool. I just think Jon should probably be on Rhaegar. And I also think this is wrong because I feel like Dany is going to be obviously saying something about the Night King having a dragon. You know, like that's huge. Like they brought her baby back to life. So then we have Grey Worm dying and then Tormund being killed trying to rescue Brienne, which is pretty sad. Jaime and Jon are both wounded. Brienne obviously was wounded, and Arya finds herself surrounded. Oh, Nymeria. Nope, it's actually Jaime and Jon. They fight their way to her and save her before she is overwhelmed. See, I kind of called it. Like, I don't really know how Arya is going to do in like face-to-face, hand-to-hand combat, straight up. You know, she's sneaky. She's little. Size isn't everything, but it sure helps. Or so I hear. So basically, just like that, they're overran, and Dany tries to escape with everybody, probably towards King's Landing. The Night King ends up torching the Godswood. The heart tree that has stood in Winterfell for ages and countless generations is shown up in flames as the episode ends. That is a very cool ending to the battle with the weirwood tree burning. I do really like that, but like I said, there's no way that half the episode isn't even going to be the battle, and then they're just going to finish it out. So I guess this battle does take place in episode 3. I didn't realize it was over, but it's going to be way longer and way better than that. There's going to be thousands of things going on. They spent so much money and so much time filming this battle. It's not going to be over just like that. There's no freaking way. This plot leak is awful, awful. But I like it. I like to destroy these things. I like to show you guys that some YouTubers out there, we don't give a shit. We like destroying this piece of crap. I'm getting pretty hyped. I need to go to bed. But anyways, make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you guys did enjoy this. It is fun to talk about. It's pretty cool that somebody did come up with this, but it also at the same time, if George R.R. Martin seen this, he would probably cry. He would probably cry. But we'll continue to talk about a little bit of everything and anything throughout the long night. So yeah, this has been LycanStudios. Like I said, smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment with a question. Make sure to answer the question. And yeah, I'm done. Peace.